Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dolton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall.
But you don't even have a sense to even look in our face. But you rather just steal our money and do what you want to do.
In Dolton, Illinois, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is facing a whirlwind of scandals, legal battles, and financial mismanagement. With the FBI investigating, lawsuits piling up, and eviction notices on her doorstep, it's clear her grip on power is slipping. But despite mounting pressure, she's refusing to back down, even threatening political enemies and vowing to run for re-election. Will her controversial reign come to an end, or will she fight her way out of this mess? The stakes have never been higher, and the future of this small town hangs in the balance. What will happen next? Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles, where the chaos in politics, sports, and drama never stops. Tensions are boiling over, and the stories are getting more intense by the minute. From explosive scandals to shocking betrayals, we break down the moments that are shaking the headlines. If you're a fan of wild politics, high-stakes controversies, and the kind of drama that keeps you on the edge of your seat, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's no telling what will happen next, and you won't want to miss it. The tension in Dolton's politics has been simmering for months. Mayor Tiffany Henyard has found herself at odds with the Board of Trustees, a group of elected officials tasked with managing the village's operations. The friction between the two sides first became evident when Henyard began making key appointments without consulting the board. One of the most contentious moves was her attempt to name a new police chief, bypassing the board's authority in the process. This conflict reached a boiling point when a Cook County judge issued a restraining order against Henyard, halting her appointments. Trustees argued that the mayor was overstepping her power and acting without proper oversight. According to the Illinois Municipal Code, mayoral powers are supposed to be balanced with the input of the Board of Trustees.
You could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances, while the township supervisor
and Henyard's critics claim she's been disregarding these checks and balances. While Henyard stands firm in her belief that she has the right to make executive decisions, the trustees are pushing back harder than ever. And with the recent legal victory on their side, it seems clear that the board is determined to maintain control and prevent any further overreach by the mayor. When a town's finances attract the attention of federal investigators, it signals serious trouble. And that's exactly what's happening in Dolton. The FBI is now involved in an investigation into the village's financial practices under Henyard's leadership. The once stable financial situation in Dolton has rapidly deteriorated. What was once a healthy general fund of over $500,000 is now a deficit of more than $365,000. How did this happen?
I'm a private investigator. I've got some witnesses here. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois.
Henyard's critics are quick to point out what they see as reckless spending. For example, a large portion of the village's budget has reportedly gone toward lavish events and personal expenses, many of which seem to have no clear benefit to the community. A notable incident involved a $85,000 block party that featured high-profile entertainers, while Henyard defends the event as a necessary community-building effort. Many see it as an unnecessary extravagance. The situation becomes even murkier when looking at the use of village funds. Documents show that Henyard used the village's credit card for personal purchases, with over $43,000 spent in a single day. These purchases were allegedly made on Amazon, with no clear connection to any village-related activities. The FBI's investigation into these expenditures could reveal more about the financial mismanagement that has many residents questioning the mayor's leadership. Despite the mounting accusations and legal challenges, Henyard is not backing down. She claims that the financial struggles of Dolton are not a result of her poor decisions, but rather a series of unfortunate circumstances. According to Henyard, the village's deficit is largely due to the mismanagement of funds by previous administrations. She asserts that the spending on events and travel is meant to boost community morale and bring attention to Dolton's needs, though her critics argue that these expenditures are a form of self-indulgence. Henyard has also defended her lavish spending by framing it as an investment in the future of Dolton. She argues that hosting large events and attracting big-name performers is a way to bring attention to the village and stimulate the local economy. But this line of reasoning has failed to convince many residents who see it as an excuse to justify wasteful spending while Dolton's financial situation worsens. The mayor's response to these allegations has largely been combative. She has used social media platforms to lash out at her critics, even accusing the Board of Trustees of attempting to sabotage her administration. Henyard's refusal to take responsibility for her actions has only fueled the frustration of many residents who feel that their concerns are being ignored. If Henyard's political and financial troubles weren't enough, she is also facing personal legal issues. Recently, her landlord filed an eviction lawsuit against her and her boyfriend, accusing them of failing to pay rent on their Dolton home since August.
A Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her.
The unpaid rent has now accumulated to more than $5,000, further adding to the public perception of Henyard as someone unable to manage her personal finances. The situation has become even more complicated, with allegations that Henyard changed the locks on the property to prevent her landlord from accessing the home. While the mayor has not publicly commented on the specifics of this dispute, the case has raised questions about her financial integrity, especially given her position as a public official. It's a bad look for Henyard, whose personal conduct is coming under increasing scrutiny. How can the mayor of a town be trusted to handle public funds when she is struggling to pay her own rent? The eviction drama only adds another layer of controversy to an already tumultuous political career.
Henyard's landlord showed up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
As the political crisis in Dolton unfolds, residents have become more vocal in their criticisms of Henyard. Town meetings that once saw only a handful of attendees are now packed with concerned citizens. Many of them are questioning Henyard's priorities and the direction in which she's taking the village. One common complaint is that Henyard's leadership has been too focused on self-promotion and personal gain rather than the needs of the community. Local businesses are struggling, and residents feel that their voices are being drowned out by the mayor's extravagant spending habits. Several residents have come forward to share their concerns, and many of them are calling for Henyard to step down. But not everyone in Dolton is ready to give up on Henyard just yet. Some still support her, believing that her efforts to bring attention to the village through large events are a step in the right direction. However, as the financial issues mount and the legal challenges continue, it's becoming clear that Henyard's popularity is waning, even among her most loyal supporters. The conflict between Henyard and the Board of Trustees has paralyzed Dolton's government. Recent meetings have been canceled or moved to different locations, with safety concerns cited as the reason. These cancellations are not just an inconvenience for residents. They are a symbol of the dysfunction within Dolton's local government. At a time when Dolton needs effective leadership and decision-making, the board and the mayor seem locked in a constant battle for control. The inability to hold regular meetings and the increasing tensions between Henyard and the trustees have left residents frustrated and confused. Many are questioning why their elected officials can't put their differences aside and work together for the good of the community. The Illinois Attorney General even had to step in, ruling that Dolton had violated the Open Meetings Act by failing to provide enough space for all residents to attend meetings. This legal ruling only adds fuel to the fire, further demonstrating the breakdown of governance in the village. Despite the mounting pressure and growing calls for her resignation, Henyard remains defiant. She has publicly stated that she plans to run for re-election, promising her supporters a landslide victory. Henyard compares herself to other controversial figures, suggesting that her critics are simply trying to tear her down and that she will come out on top, just like former President Donald Trump. But while Henyard's confidence may be unshaken, the reality on the ground is much different. Her popularity is at an all-time low, and the legal battles and FBI investigation have only intensified the scrutiny on her leadership. If she does choose to run for re-election, she will likely face a tough challenge in convincing Dolton's residents that she is the right person to lead them forward. As the controversy unfolds, it's clear that Dolton is a town divided. On one hand, there are those who still believe in Henyard and see her as a strong, independent leader. On the other hand, there are many who feel betrayed by her actions and want her out of office. The town's future is uncertain, and residents are left wondering whether Henyard can survive the scandal, or if a change in leadership is inevitable. With the FBI investigation ongoing and the legal battles intensifying, the next few months will be critical for Henyard and Dolton. The fate of the village's finances, as well as the mayor's political future, hangs in the balance. Dolton's residents are watching closely, hoping for answers and leadership that puts the community first. The road ahead for Dolton is anything but clear. With Henyard facing multiple legal challenges, a growing public outcry, and the looming threat of federal investigation, the future of the village is uncertain. Can Henyard recover from the storm? Will the residents get the leadership they deserve? Only time will tell. As the situation continues to unfold, make sure you stay updated with Red Rumbles. Subscribe to our channel for the latest insights and updates on Dolton's political landscape. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.